Hello everybody, it's Kevin AJ27 and welcome back to another new playthrough. This time Steins, the visual novel, like the original visual novel. Because it was on sale on Steam, I thought I'd give it a try and see what it's like. So, I've seen the anime a few weeks ago, so that's a thing. I actually had to Google whether or not it was worth getting the visual novel after watching the anime. Apparently the visual novel goes like way deeper into the story. Excuse me for burping here. Yeah, so here we go. It's a 2009 game. This game is like almost 10. It's like 9 years old. That's ridiculous. So yeah, let's see. Steins. There is no end, though there is a start in space, infinity. It has own power, it ruins, and it goes through. There is a start also in the star. Finite. The only the person who has wisdom, who was wisdom, can read the most foolish one from the history. The fish that lives in the sea doesn't know the world in the land. It also ruins and goes if they have wisdom. It is funnier that man exceeds the speed of light than fish start living in the land. It can be said that this is an final ultimatum from the god to the people who can fight. Yes, that's English. Let's start. That sounds great. Oh, we get a movie, I guess. Coincidence parts of fate's design. Perfectly sane. Nope, absolutely.
それが未来の大きな流れを決定づけてしまうこともある。バタフライ効果という言葉を知っているか？知らないなら調べるの。
Butterfly effect. Okay, so like, if you've seen the show, if you've seen the anime, you might know stuff about that.
俺は慎重じゃなかった。自分の愚かさを分かっていたら、あいつを失うことになんてならなかった。
Okay, so this. Okay, so it starts off with what seems to be a reference to the story. Now, if you haven't seen the anime or something, I could decide the fate of all mankind. Just think about it. So, like, this is a reference to the story. Now, don't do anything careless. Don't do anything rash. Don't pretend you didn't see that. Now, I might be referencing like spoilers. If you haven't seen the show, if you haven't seen the anime, or seen any, if you've ever played through the visual novel or something, let's see, here was the beginning, there's no end. This sounds like the big thing I just read at the beginning. But they're by their own power destroyed. Fine, this is actually proper English. History teaches that those who hold wisdom are often the most foolish. That's definitely the same thing I just read, but in actual proper English. If they too hold wisdom, they too will be destroyed. It is more ridiculous for man to exceed light speed than for fish to live ashore. This may also be called God's final warning to those who rebel. Steins Gate. Alright, so I think this is gonna start soon. A little intro shenanigans done. There's no sound from the phone against my right ear, only silence. I'm baking in the summer sun, trying to drink something. Whoa. Sweat slowly slides down my chin and drips onto the asphalt. A girl is standing in front of me. She calls my name with an inquisitive inquisitive tilt of her head. I should do Rintaro Okabe's voice, which is the main character. Again, I'm referencing all kinds of stuff of the show. We're about to infiltrate deep into enemy territory, yet despite the imminent risk of death, there's no hint of tension in her innocent, childlike features. I cover my phone's mouthpiece and turn to the girl with an index finger to my lips. I nod and put my phone back to my ear. Still no sound from the other side. My contact is wise to maintain silence. The whole area could be bugged.
Yeah, こちらの話だ。問題ない。これより会場に潜入する。
So the main character also has a voice. All right, I have to like speak his thoughts, I guess, or just the narration. Still no reply. Looks like they just want my report. It's too dangerous to waste time talking here anyway.
ああ、ドクター中鉢は抜け駆けをした。たっぷりとその考えについて聞かせてもらうつもりさ。何？機関が動き出しているだと。
The organization. I open my eyes wide to match my shocked tone. The girl turns towards me in surprise. I sigh, shaking my head as I rub my temples.
そうか。それがシュタインズゲートの選択か。
Edu Psy Konguru. Help Psy Konguru. I speak the parting words, then pocket my cell phone. Steins Gate. Some know it as fate. For others, is the will of God. You could count on one hand the people in this world aware of its true nature. In any case, we should begin the infiltration. I advance towards Darikan, which is just across the street from the train station. Of course, this is enemy territory. I can't just stride through the front door like an average person. I bypass the elevators and escalators and head to the 8th floor by the stairwell. But I only make it to the 7th floor before I have to stop and rest. The girl, Shina Mayuri, immediately resumes our conversation. She followed me all the way here, and she isn't even short of breath. I, on the other hand, am gasping for air with my hands on my knees. Who would have thought an 8-story building would be so tall? I turn to Mayuri while wiping the sweat off my brow.
聞くな。それがマユリのためでもある。
そうなんだ。オカリン、ありがとう。
Mayuri smiles happily and doesn't pry any further. As always, she is quick to understand my position. We've known each other since we were both little. Mayuri is 16, 2 years younger than me, so she's more like a little sister than a typical childhood friend. I've been looking out for her as long as I can remember. I used to hope that Mayuri might become the key to Steins Gate, but now I've reconsidered. I don't want the terrible fate for her. She should live a normal life. That is my present wish. Up to the 8th floor. Can't really read that. Doctor something. Time machine something something. We continue to the 8th floor and enter the assembly hall. In front of it stands a cheap looking stage with a podium and a sign reading Dr. Nakabachi's Time Machine Press Conference. Mayuri insists on calling me Okarin, but it's neither my real name nor my codename. Just one of those annoying nicknames people use.
Mayuriよ。いつも言っているだろう。俺のことをオカリンと呼ぶなと。
でも昔からそう呼んでたよ。
それは昔の話だ。今の俺は
ホーホーイン
キョーマ。世界中の秘密組織から狙われる狂気のマッドサイエンティスト。
マッドサイエンティスト。I love this. I love this guy. ホーホーインキョーマ。Yeah, anyway.
だって難しくて覚えられないし。
Hoho and Kyoma is too hard to remember. I understand. I had trouble remembering all these names when I first started watching. In any case, Hoho and Kyoma is my true name.
岡部倫太郎と一文字も合ってないよ。おかしいね。
So, come on, it sounds like the elf boy's blue pipe thing.
でね、
What?
オカリン、教えてほしいんだけど。
In one ear and out the other. She's been calling me that for 5 years now, so maybe it's time to give up.
お前はそれも知らず
Oh, I see what I've done. I pressed the wrong button. I may have skipped a few dialogue lines. There's a menu. I can read. Wait a second. I think something went wrong there because I was confused for a moment. All right. Okay, it's good to know that I can get the menu here because I was looking for it. That's why I pressed a different button and I got. All right. So I can like. Oh no, don't want to stop now. So we can like quick save or something, like quick save, or just save in general. All right, I'm just gonna look through the menu here because I had some trouble with it earlier. So backlog. Yeah, it was okay. So besides, if you sound like Okabe, wait, I can.
それに岡部倫太郎と一文字も合ってないよ。おかしいね。
Cease your foolish laughter. Okabe Rintaro might be my real name, but I have rejected it, for it is stupid. And so, I also hate the derivative, Okari. Come on, it sounds like the elf boy's blue pipe thing. That must be a reference to Japanese folklore, maybe?
でね、オカリン。
What? No!
でね、オカリン。教えてほしいんだけど。
Alright, in one ear and out the other. She's been calling me that for 5 years now, so maybe it's time to give up.
これからここで何が始まるの？
Alright, because I was looking for this stuff. Config, full screen, help. I'm not playing full screen right now. But that's because we have tips list. Ah. Ooh, interesting. So what is this? Chunibyo. The name that describes one's true essence. Soul name. What? Chunibyo. What does this do? True name. The name that describes one's true essence. Soul name. The organization is the organization. Nothing more, nothing less. Its formal name is something else. But even uttering that name is a death wish. For that reason, all who know the existence simply call it the organization. This is cool. There's some interesting stuff here. So there's config. I changed some of the settings that the flying was all wrong. It felt like the background sounds were way too loud. Anyway, yes. So there we go. All right. Wait, you followed me here without knowing why? Without knowing what we're doing here? Yeah, there we go. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Wait, you followed me here without knowing why? Yep. She nods without dropping her smile.
これからここで始まるのはドクター中鉢の記者会見だ。
We're standing in the assembly hall on the 8th floor of Edicon. It is here that the conference will be held. Dr. Nakabachi is an inventor. He appears on TV from time to time and has a few patents under his belt, but mostly is treated as a curiosity.
記者会見？でも記者さんなんて見当たらない気がするよ。
Mayuri's right. I scanned the entire hall, but there's no one who looks like a reputable reporter or cameraman. There are only about 10 of us standing in the hall, including me. Considering Nakabachi's moderate media presence and the fact that he claims to have invented a time machine, I would have expected more.
あるいは機関による何らかの妨害を受けたのかもしれないな。
I twist my lips into a sneer. I thought that Nakabachi was, like me, a scientist fighting to overthrow the organization. But this press conference suggests other motives at work. Our enemies won't miss this chance.
巻き込まれるのは勘弁だがな。
Nevertheless, I'm interested in what he has to say. That's why I'm here, blowing an afternoon of my precious summer holiday. Mayuri ponders my utterance for a while before finally turning her head.
巻き巻きトカゲ？それを言うならエリ巻きトカゲだね。
I let out a sigh. Mayuri is known to not only make bad jokes, but to laugh at them too. She's always been special.
マユリ、気をつけろ。おそらくこの記者会見、何らかの事件が起き。
I didn't even finish my sentence. Are we under attack? Are they trying to fry our brains with electromagnetic waves? Wait, we had another tip. Electromagnetic wave. Holy list of text. How do we scroll? Scroll using these keys? What? How do we scroll the text? Using the bracket keys doesn't work. I don't think there's anything to scroll here in this case. Actually, there's a scroll thingy, but I don't think it actually works. Waves that exhibit other... Actually, wait. So, symbol? Oh, no, what is this? What have I done? What have I done? Symbol? Question mark. Genuinely, what is this? New electromagnetic wave. Waves that exhibit properties of both electricity and magnetism. How would have known? The first one only postulated by Maxwell in 1864. The electric field and magnetic field's oscillation is constant to mutually propagate each other, resulting in a wave that radiates through its surroundings. This is why it's called electromagnetic radiation. EM waves are divided by frequency through radio waves, infrared light, visible light, ultraviolet light, X-rays, and gamma rays. Yep, that's what I learned at my physics class as well. So, basic physics stuff here. Anyway. Oh, okay. It sounds fine. Dust falls from the ceiling as the floor shakes. We're definitely under attack. It's coming up from above, but we're on the top floor. All that's above is the roof.
地震かな。震度 2？ あ、マグニチュード 2？ 震度とマグニチュードってどう違うんだっけ？
No time to deal with Myra's confusion. Something's not right about this. I bolt out to the conference hall and run up the stairs to the roof, ignoring the no trespassing signs in my way. The doors open upon closer inspection. I realize that the lock's been broken. I open the door to see a billowing cloud of black smoke. There's some kind of phosphorescent dust sparkling in the air. Can't believe it. There's really an explosion? My heart's racing. Damn, I don't know what to do. Should I run away? But why an explosion? Terrorists? No, it doesn't fit. I mean, how do you explain that? Oh, a machine? What the? A strange machine is sitting in the middle of the roof. It's huge, maybe 3 meters tall. It looks like some kind of satellite. Did that thing cause it shaking just now? Who put it there? Was it Dr. Nakabachi? Is this part of his presentation? Impossible. Even if that were the case, how the hell would he get it up here? My head's bursting with questions. As I search for the courage to approach the machine, a throng of reporters and building staff burst into the rooftop. They look just as confused as I am. And then a woman, who I assume is a staff member, appears to wave us back. I know this voice. I know that voice. I think that's... Anyway. Is she trying to hide something? Her response is unusually quick, almost she's trying to keep me away from that device. I want to know, but I shouldn't risk getting any closer. I turn around and leave. But not because I'm scared or anything like that. Staff members lead us all back to the 8th floor. Mayuri is nowhere to be seen. She's not even in the event hall either. I find her on the 7th floor. Capsule toy. Several capsule toy machines are lined up next to a plate reading birthplace of the Japanese PC. She's gazing upon them with a wistful look. I breathe a sigh of relief and take out my phone. After I speak the words and hang up, I'm able to wipe the sweat off my forehead. My sweat's cold. Half of me hopes something will happen. The other half of me fears the same thing. I put away the phone and look back at Mayuri. She's still staring at those capsule toys. She doesn't even seem to be worried about the explosion at all. I can't decide if she's level-headed or just airheaded.
Mayuri, 何をしている?
あのね、ウーパが欲しいなって。
Oopa. Just as I thought. Mighty points to a capsule machine. Capsule, sorry for capsule machine. The sign at the front says Dainet Kakeru 3D Character Duel Series. Dynet Kaku is a popular anime series with its own card game spin-off, Dynet X's Battlers. They even hold international tournaments. Dynet Upa is the series' mascot character. It resembles an elliptical egg with limbs sticking out, some kind of deformed dog. That's what they call an ugly cute character. High school girls find these creatures adorable for some reason. Last year, an ugly frog character was the rage. Its name escapes me though.
やればいい。ウーパが当たるかどうかは保証できないがな。
Alright, he gives me a troubled smile.
でもね、マユシーは今100円玉を切らしちゃっているのです。
Mayoshi is what Mayuri calls herself sometimes. According to her, it's supposed to have a star at the end. Mayoshi, star. But who really cares?
だから、おかりんおかりん、100円貸して。
She holds her hands out with a look like a begging puppy. She looks like she was planning this from the very beginning. Well, at least she didn't say gimme.
黙ったれるなマユリ。金若さん、俺がお前に人生の厳しさを教えてやる。
Huh. I pull out a 100 yen coin, set it into the machine slot, and spin the lever. I open the capsule and take out the contents. Mayuri leans forward eagerly to see what I got.
ウーパだよ。しかもメタルウーパ。
それは
Is it rare?
レアなの
Oh,
か
sorry.
すごく。
While I examine the metal Upa, a boy who was watching us tries his luck in the same 9-net machine.
普通のウーパだ。
Get wrecked. Looks at my metal Upa in resentment. Turn to see Mayuri's sparkling eyes also fixed on Upa. Hey, high school girl, you're acting like a little kid.
ではマユリにくれてやろう。
Honestly, I don't want it.
本当？いいの？おかりん。
おーい、今日まだ。
Of course. As usual, I was interfered by someone. Lovely. The name's Hoin Kyoma.
ありがとう、おかりん。
She doesn't listen at all. Yep. She doing it on purpose.
本日はドクター中鉢によるタイムマシン発明成功記念会見にお集まりいただき、
Yes.
誠にありがとうございます。
I hear the announcement from the floor above.
どうやら始まるようだな。
Up we go again. Whoops, sorry for the cursor. I head to the stairs. But Mayuri doesn't follow.
行くぞ、マユリ。
待って名前書かなくちゃ。
She's preoccupied with the metal Upa. I go on ahead. Whatever.
それでは早速登場していただきましょう。発明家ドクター中鉢さんです。皆さん盛大な拍手でお迎えください。
Oh. Anyway, oh, there really is a sound effect. Nice. There's like three people that you heard right there. Dr. Nakabachi enters to sparse applause. Yep, exactly what I was expecting. He walks to the podium. He's already wearing a frown for some reason. I can feel his irritation from here.
ドクター中鉢だ。どうぞよろしく。
Nakabachi takes the microphone and begins to speak, his voice brimming with confidence.
それではここに集まってもらった諸君だけに人類史に残る世紀の大発明タイムマシンについての理論をお教えしよう。
タイムマシン？あの人が作ったの？
Mayuri appears after writing her name in the metal Upa. She's a bit late in more ways than one. What did she think a time machine presentation would be about? About metal Upas. I take another look around the room. There are about 20 people now, including us, with still no media presence to speak of. So this is the extent of Dr. Nakabashi's fame. No one believes that he invented a time machine. I was interested in what he had to say. True, but my expectations were no higher than the rest of the onlookers. And a good thing they weren't, as he proceeds to explain his time machine design. My curiosity quickly turns to disappointment, then anger. Yes. I need to close the door for a moment. Suddenly screaming Okarin. Anyway, my roar silences Nakabachi and draws the eye of every person in the room. Oh, Inkyoma! Anyway. New tip, John Titer. John Teeter. Teeter or Titer, I don't know how I'm supposed to pronounce it. Anyway, I don't think that's a proper pronunciation. Why am I going to settings? I meant to go to the tip list. Well, we have a few things. Capsule toys. If any machine dispenses small toys at random, one cannot tell the toys before opening the capsule. Dainai Kakeru. Oh, I can scroll. Oh my god, fictional. A popular manga. This is all fictional. A popular manga serialized in local comics. The third season of the anime adaptation is currently on TV. Anyway, it's too long. Kakeru bends into cyberspace, future robots, enemies, viruses take form. Anyway, John Teeter, or Titer. A self-proclaimed time traveler from 2036 who appears on the American Internet Message Board in November 2000. By the way, this actually happened. Just so you know. This is true. Up until this point, the internet went into uproar, filling the board with questions and debate. Now, this kind of happened. Teeter posted pictures of his time machine and its control manuals with diagrams illustrating time machine mechanics. So far, I don't know. Maybe that happened. I don't know. Anyway, the first section here did actually happen. There was indeed a person called John Teeter who claimed to be a time traveler on an internet forum back in 2000, apparently. So that's actually happened. He also disclosed information about near future events, time travel, physics, history, intervention in multiverse timelines and world lines and such. 4 months after his appearance, he left a comment saying, "I will be leaving this world line shortly. This will be my final post," and disappeared. I don't know how much of this is true, but I know that this is actually a thing. Turned out to be a hoax, or turned out to be like a joke made by some students somewhere. Anyway, but that's beside the point. That's that. Anyway, you call yourself an inventor. Well, can't handle criticism. No, someone calls you out in your BS and you're like, no, get him out of here. We can't have criticism. Sounds like someone called Yandere Dev, actually. Anyway, just then, someone grabs my arm from behind. Quite convinced it's an official to throw me out. Turn around to glare him down. Oh. It's a girl about my age. Her intense stare seems to challenge me. I take a step back. Her face looks somewhat familiar. Have I seen her before?
Oh.
I haven't met, but I know her face. It's Makisa Kurisu. A few days ago, my friend Daru showed me a magazine article titled "Girl Genius Gives Lecture in Akihabara." The article was about a 17-year-old girl who had just graduated from American University. Her thesis was even published in a major scientific journal. Somehow she knows Japanese, by the way. Girl Genius, Makisa Kurisu. I recognize this stubborn-looking girl from her photograph. Accumulated temporal lobe making the memory data is oh no, it's like terrible. The 17-year-old Kurisu equals Makisa announced surprising thesis in the Far Eastern island nation. This thesis, quotation mark, even if it is impossible, each man's making to data is possible. It is making each man's memory data, end quote. The possibility is bold and it discusses it in detail. The research and study that credibility is very high, and it is certain only impossible for a present technology and knowledge will advance through. It has already, I don't know, I can't read that. Gotten excited, pros and cons. Can we remove the text? How do we do that? Can we remove the text for a moment? I don't know if we can do this. I don't think so. Right. About the content saying G is unfolded on any physics Kurisa equals Makise 17 from US in graduate school. Anyway, enough bad English. She knows fluent Japanese, even though she apparently is graduated in the US, which means she probably lives in the US. I don't know. Whatever. Whatever. Been going on with this way too much for way too long. Sees him wearing the same exact scowl. What business could such a genius have with me? She takes a quick look around the room and turns back to me with a stern expression. What's with the attitude? She's obviously not staff, and there's no way that Max Kurisa would be working with someone like Dr. Nakabachi. Which means no! The organization. That burst has already attracted too much attention. Nakabachi in particular looks like she wants to rip my head off. Must be mortifying to be exposed as a fraud by a bright young man like myself. Anyway, I mustn't draw more attention to myself. If the organization gets wind of my presence here, I could endanger Mayuri, and to say nothing of these ignorant civilians. Endanger Mayuri? Anyway, I let Max Kurisa lead me out to the assembly hall.
ここで俺に何かすれば人目につくぞ。そうなれば貴様もいろいろまずいだろう。何かって何ですか？人聞きの悪い。
She glares at me, quite fiercely at that. Attractive though she may be, there's no innocence in her eyes. A beautiful agent, unmatched in cruelty. My heart beats in exhilaration from the danger. Looks like chaos really does get my blood pumping.
私はあなたに聞きたいことがあるだけです。
それに答える義理はない。機関のやり方は分かっている。
だから機関って？
Instead of answering, I take out my phone and put it to my ear.
俺だ。機関のエージェントに捕まった。ああ、マキセ・クリスだ。あの女には気をつけろ。いや、問題ない。ここはなんとか切り抜け。
Kusa suddenly snatches the phone from my hand. What skill? I didn't even have time to react. Oh my.
何をする？
あれ？この携帯電源切れてる。誰と話していたんですか？
To yourself. Her eyes pierce deep into my soul. Quickly look away. She's good. She's trying to attack my sense of identity in order to cause a mental break. Is she trying to attack my sense of identity in order to cause a mental break? Recover. This isn't enough to sway me.
貴様に答える義理はないが一応教えてやろう。それは俺以外が触ると自動的に電源がオフになる特別性の携帯なのだ。うわ。
Such measures are necessary to maintain secrecy. I know things that could get me killed. I quickly retrieve my phone and wipe the cold sweat off my forehead. Phew, that was close.
そう。独り言だったのね。
Hitorigoto. Oh no! I'm getting all kinds of PTSD. Anyway, let me change the settings on my webcam a little bit. It's getting darker. Let me do the thing. I don't know. Whatever. Sure, it'll be okay. This is bad. Ordinary methods don't work. I'm actually Kurisa, a genius girl. On the contrary, she's the one psyching me out. Damn, looks like I'll have to make a tactical retreat. If I can just find an opening. Suddenly, Kurisa steps up to me with a serious expression. She stares right at me, her huge eyes blazing with strength of will. Such fire, I can't look away. Could someone with such pure eyes really be an organization agent?
さっき私に何を言おうとしたんですか？
Earlier?
さっきとはいつのことだ？
Oh no! Alright.
分くらい前
A few minutes ago before the conference started. Oh no! I've seen. God no. Okay, sure. You know, I mean, I could say a lot of stuff right now, but I don't want to spoil it that much. I don't even know if anyone's gonna be watching this anyway. But anyway, if you've already seen the anime, you know. But anyway, it's the first time we've met. I was with Mayuri and Upatoid 15 minutes ago.
私に何か言おうとしましたよねすごく悲しそうな顔をして
It's a trap. It does seem like one of the organization's dirty tricks. But would this girl do something that underhanded?
まるで今にも泣き出しそうでそれにすごく
Oh my.
辛そうでしたどうして私前にあなたと会ったことありますか
She seems sincere. That makes her even more suspicious. That's right. Don't let her beauty fool you. She's a cold, calculating secret agent. If I show her the slightest vulnerability, I'm done for.
そういえばなんで私の名前知
Well,
っ
I
てる
mean, she was a popular, but
俺
anyway.
は全てお見通しなの
I'm a mad scientist after all. Mad scientist. Son of a bitch.
天
Anyway.
才少女よ次会うときは敵同士だなはさらばだうわ
Saraba. Anyway. I spin around and take off down the stairs, ignoring her call to stop. I could listen to the enemy. Fourth floor.
期間目あれほどのエージェントを送り込んでくるとはついに
I run all the
本気
way.
になったようだな
Oh, whoops. I run all the way down to the fourth floor and check behind me. Once I'm convinced Maxikuris is not tailing me, I sigh while rubbing my temples.
だが俺はまだ奴らに捕まるわけにはいかんのだ
Well then, what do I do now? My mission was to attend the conference and evaluate Dr. Nakabachi's research. Now that I know he's a fraud, there's no real point in going back. Guess I'll just go home. Someone sent me a message. I don't know if you can see this. Wait, am I forgetting something important? Let me see now, what was it? Maybe it was, you know... Oh, as well as that. Okay, you know, maybe there was like a machine landing on the top of the building, but like, I don't know. I was already behind. You should be a liability. I shouldn't have brought her all along. I was trying to prioritize her safety, but I got careless. I'll try calling her first. If she's alright, then I can just have her meet me here. With that thought in mind, I take out my phone, turn it on. And it rings just as I do.
メールか
Made it. Could it be? It's not just a regular mail, there's a video attached. Wait, it's from an unknown address. Open the video file with some trepidation. Wait, this is not the same as the anime. Wait a sec. It's nothing but noise. It's just a prank. Some sort of Maxikuris style attack. Maybe the noise some sort of make people go crazy frequency. No, I don't remember giving her my mail address, so I'm probably just thinking too hard. I curse myself for being gullible enough to play the video. I have more pressing matters to deal with anyway. What was that? Daru phone with Ferris Mayuri Dukako? I stole the video and called Mayuri's phone from my address book. Okay.
マユリなぜ出ない
Looks like I have to go back to Assembly Hall. But things will get messy if I bump heads in Maxikuris again.
まさかマキセクリスメマユリをさらったな
No way.
おのれそれが機関のやり方か
Leaving me without Mayuri isn't an option. Call me overprotective, but she's like a little sister to me, and there's a very real danger she might wander off somewhere the moment I let her out of my sight. Mayuri's always been like that. I never know if she'll be there when I turn to look. In a sense, that's why I became Ho in Kyoma. Ho in Kyoma! I have to go back for her. The thought of climbing back up to the 8th floor is depressing, but I have no choice. When I get back to the assembly hall, Dr. Nakabachi's conference had just finished. Nobody's on stage and the phony inventor's already left. 20 or so members in the audience are starting to go pack up. Soon I find Mayuri. She's in the corner, looking lost. Well, at least she wasn't kidnapped. Even better, I don't see Max Chris anywhere.
あの女、俺におじけづいたか。よかろう。今日のところは見逃してやるとしよう。
Still keep my eyes peeled as I run up to Mayuri.
マユリ、なぜ電話に出ない？そろそろ帰るぞ。
あ、おかり。メタルウーパがいなくなっちゃった。
She turns to me with a forlorn expression.
いなくなった？勝手に動き出したのか？それは実にファンタジーだな。
落としたみたい。
Ah. So she was looking for it? Not like really matters.
見つからないなら諦めろ。また当てればいい。
当たりっこないよ。だってね、メタルウーパはネットオークションで1万円近いプレミアがついてるんだよ。
That toy was worth that much? It's $100 or something.
マユリよ、一体どこで落としたのだ？
わかんないから探してるんだよ。あと見つけても売らないからね。
その1万円、この俺の研究資金にしてやる。
だから売らないってば。マユシーの名前書いちゃったし。
Let's begin the search for the metal Upa.
ウーパさん、ウーパさん、出ておいで。
Doo-doo-doo, yes. That's the best. Mayuri tries calling its name. I don't know if she truly expects a response. By the way, doo-doo-doo is Mayuri's catchphrase. It means, actually, I never bothered to ask what it means. Anyway, the metal Upa is nowhere to be found. Maybe she didn't drop in the assembly hall, but on the 7th floor, landing near the capsule toy machines. Another possibility is someone with an eye for rare items pilfered it. Just imagining the smug grin on that person's face make me writhe. Writhe? I don't know, I'm supposed to pronounce that in envy.
金にしか興味のない下劣なやつめ。恥を知れ。
Well,
おかりもね。
sounds like you. No, wasn't expecting that from Mayuri. Sick burn. Oh. Oh, what's that?
悲鳴かな。
I think so. Only the presenter and a few other people are left in the assembly hall, including Mayuri and me. Less than half the audience remains. Everyone looks at each other and anxiously startled by the scream. Even I cannot suppress a shiver. First the explosion on the roof. Now this. What's going on here? Mayuri squeezes my hand tight.
マユリ、ここにいろ。
I take a deep breath, prepare myself, and head to the direction of the scream. Echoes lead me down a dark, empty hallway on the same floor. I'm pretty sure it came from around that corner. Crouch down, turn the corner slowly, keeping my eyes and ears peeled for any sign of danger. And there at the end of the passage, I see it. There's something on the ground. No, someone. Motionless. Who is it? The clothes are familiar. It can't be. Ooh. Oh. What? Makisa-kuri's face turned away, but I know it's her. The impertinent genius girl who I fought with 10 minutes ago is now face down in a pool of bright red blood. She's dead. Suddenly, I realize that I'm shaking. I want to run. Run away. I shouldn't have come. This is wrong. Someone killed Makisa-kuri. There's no other explanation. Who would do such a thing? There's no one else in here. I twist around in shock. Some other men have followed me, and every one of them is ghastly pale. They must have seen the body. A man cries out in panic. At this, everyone starts screaming and running away. I follow them, of course. There's absolutely no reason to stay here. Concern for Makisa-kuri is superseded by my instinctive urge to flee. When I get back to the assembly hall, Mayuri is waiting for me with tears in her eyes.
おかり、どうしたの？
I grab Maru's hand and run. I race down the stairs trying to drive the image of Kurisa's dead body from my mind, but I can't. The redness of her blood is burned into my mind, more than the sight of the body itself. That was my first time seeing a dead body. Is this what it's like? When I realized that she was dead, I felt a chilling terror and a surge of nausea. But that was all I felt. Fear and disgust. Shouldn't there be something more? I guess I just didn't know her that well. Oh boy, that was a crazy turn of events right there. I finally stop once I get out to the main street. Chiodori. Now I think this is a real thing again. Word. Oh wait, word used here as a suffix meaning street. Okay, never mind. I assume that the Chiodori is actually a real street that you can actually find in Akihabara. Probably. It's probably like the big main street of Akihabara. Anyway. My chest pounds. My breathing labored from running down the stairs at full speed. Maori doesn't seem to comprehend the situation. I guess it's because she didn't see the body. I guess she's not even breathing hard. She looks slow, but she's actually pretty fast on her feet. Take several deep breaths. The color of that blood still stains my brain. But I've calmed down a bit. Max Kurisa is dead, and I don't know who the killer is. Sirens in the distance. I guess an ambulance will be there soon. Then the police will arrive and this area will become a crime scene. But for now, the crowds milling through Akihabara have no idea what just happened. Everyone's going about their business as usual. They never any search for electronics. Moe and porn. Wow. Really? Moe? Moe. Otaku would describe a character as their cute or endearing. It includes flaws such as glasses, clones, distance, also used to refer to culture of entertainment centered upon the characters who possess such traits. Pronounced Moe. 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 Anyway, yes. No. Go back. Alright. Just another day in Akihabara. Take my phone out from my pocket, perhaps out of reflex. I'm not sure what I plan to do with it. Oh, I know. My friend Daru. I'll tell him what happened just now. Since he knows about Maxikuris. Daru. Suppose it might be disrespectful to the victim, but my adrenaline is pumping. I can't make calm decisions after witnessing something like that firsthand. Is that a reference to brain power? Anyway, that's how humans are after all. We're not special as we like to believe. At the end of the day, nothing but dirty slime-like flesh. Our souls fester. Left to rot in the... What is that? Okay, that's how humans are. You could read that yourself. While wallowing in a bit of angst, I began to type my phone. I swear the English word angst comes from the Dutch word angst. I swear. That has to be a thing. That has to be a thing. It's legit the same word. Anyway, I began to type my phone. I don't see anything. Trouble. Someone stabbed Maxikuris. Looked bad. Hope she's okay. Don't know who looked bad. Hope she's okay. Don't know if she was stabbed. That just seems like the most logical explanation. Given the amount of blood, the absence of a gunshot. On the other hand, I didn't write that she was dead. Even though I'm pretty sure she was. Can't exactly explain why I didn't. If I had to say, I guess I felt like writing it down. I felt like writing it down would set it in stone. It might make me feel guilty as well. The thought brings smirk to my face. It's not like I'm the one who killed her. Why should I feel guilty? I just saw someone's death up close, only a few minutes later. I'm smiling. Am I really that cruel and cold? Well, I'm a fiendish mad scientist, so it suits me. I finished typing and placed my thumb over the send button, and then pressed down. Sending. That just happened? What was that? Wait, look around. Summer break. Noon. The busiest street in town. Just now, thousands of pedestrians vanished into thin air. Is this a dream? Am I hallucinating? I don't know. But they're gone. I saw them vanish with my own 2 eyes. I stand petrified, speechless, and alone on the empty street. Desperate to find someone. Anyone I look up. Raggio... Raggio... I don't even remember what it was. There, the top of that icon. Alright. Wait, Raggio... It says Raggio right there. I don't know. Raggio... Whatever. Sticking out from the 8th floor event hall where we just were. Is that same machine, alright. Or it looks, you know, it's a crashed satellite. So now starts the actual opening of the game. Right, I don't know if I can show this to you. You can look this up. Just look for, like, I don't know, Steins visual novel opening, intro, title, theme, song, intro. I don't know what to call it. It definitely has a feel. It has like a similar feel to the actual like anime opening, which makes sense because it's. I think it's the same singer used, so it sounds very similar. Steins Gate. So, I think that's gonna be it for this episode. Achievement unlocked. Prologue of the beginning and the end. Time travel paranoia.
Oi. そこの貴様。俺たちが見えているか?
Can you see us? Anyway, that's where I'm gonna end it. It's definitely longer than the anime. This took me 50 minutes to do, and the anime episode where this is in, for sure is less than 24 minutes. There might even be more than just that, so it's all cramped down. This is fun. I like this. There's a lot more dialogue. So I think I'll keep this going, but for now, I'm going to save it here. Let's make sure to actually save. Save it over the same thing, because it doesn't really matter. I was just saved for a test there. Data lock insert. Good. We can't remove it now, so that's just for safety when I'm recording the videos. Anyway, I don't know if this show has, or this visual novel has options to choose. We haven't received an option to choose. I think there might be multiple endings, but I'm not sure. I don't know. It's a visual novel, so it may just be a single story, but I swear I've read somewhere that there were multiple endings. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, if anyone's actually watching this, but I guess this is just me documenting my own playthrough of this game. Cool. Cool. I mean, it is basically the same thing that happened in the anime, but more dialogue. So that's cool. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.